Hello and welcome into the Sunday Sports Extra. I'm Andrew Chernoff. We have another very busy show for you tonight. The Lamar Lady Cardinal basketball team was in action. We'll tell you if the Lady Cards could get a nice Sunday win today. Plus, the Houston Texans were hoping to snap their 7-game losing streak. But first, we begin with high school football. We talked to this next head coach earlier in the season, but now it's the postseason, and his team got a big win Friday night to advance to the 2A area round. Kirbyville head coach Greg Neece joins me. Coach, thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me again.
Big win against Harmony, 61-26 on Friday night. What clicked for the team?
Well, our kids were really focused, and they had a great week of practice. And we won the toss, and we felt like we could move the football. So we won the toss, and we took the football, and we marched right down. And it was a credit to our kids. They were really ready to play. My coaches did a great job of game planning, offense and defense. So, we got off to a good start, and heck, we never did slow down all night.
You mentioned they had a good week of practice. Do football teams practice differently now that it's the playoffs? Well,
you try not to beat up each other as much. You want to save that for Friday.
Yeah.
But there's kind of an art to that type of practice. It took us a while to realize how to play defense full speed in practice and go fit up on a running back or a wide receiver without killing them, because you don't want to hurt your own kids, and just how to fit up on the ball. Same thing on offense. We don't really want to cut our own guys, but we want to make sure we're going full speed so it translates into the game. So
last time you came on the show was, I believe, early October before you guys played Newton. Have not lost since that game. That was the last loss for this Kirbyville team. Some type of role. Do you guys look at that? I mean, is that something that's impressed you? What's impressed you most about that entire run?
Well, I just have to say the character of our team in adverse situations. And we talk about that also, and because that's real life. That's why I think football is a great sport, and athletics to parallel to the young man's life in the future. So, we handle adverse situations well, and every game wasn't easy, and it was a battle in our own district, and when you had to go through East Chambers and Kuntz and Anahuac and teams like that, heck, it's tough every week. So we handle the adverse situations fine, and I think that just helps us out here in the playoffs. I'll stack our district up against anybody, and we talked to our kids about that, and it was a District 10 versus District 9, and I was really hoping for, heck, I was pulling for our other teams, East Chambers and Kuntz, and they fell up a little bit short, but heck, there was pride. I told them last week, said we're playing, 1, for the Kirbyville Wildcats, and 2, we're going to represent our district.
So come playoffs, obviously you look at your team first, but you also want to see the district do well as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like I tell hope WT wins it all unless he plays us.
Right. I was going to say, there's that one small caveat, right?
Right. But you always pull for teams in your district, and we have a good bond of head coaches in our district, and everybody respects each other and works well with each other. So we're always pulling for each other.
Your team plays for the Franklin Lions this week in the area round. What can we expect to see from the Franklin Lions?
Well, they're very, very awesome on offense. They're a well-oiled machine. They run the slot T, kind of like, if you remember Vider a couple of years ago that made that deep run. They kind of remind me of Vider, and they offensive line comes off. They're not real big, but they come off and they'll get to your hips, and they do a lot of misdirection, and they'll call a play in the huddle, and they snap it 4 seconds later, and it's just a well-oiled machine. I mean, they come after you, and they never do slow down. Without
giving away any secrets, of course, how do you stop an offense like that?
Well, you got to be physical with them. You can't just line up in base defense and just let them come block you. We're going to have to get up in the gaps, get up in their face, and swarm the football, and they're going to make some plays because it's very deceptive offense, and they're going to crack. They're going to crack some, but we just chase them down and make them snap it again. That's what I think is really special about our defense. We'll bend sometimes and let teams get yardage, but you don't get any points for yardage, and we talk to them about that all the time.
The game against Franklin, correct me if I'm wrong, 7 o'clock Friday night at Huffman-Hargrave at Falcon Stadium?
That's correct.
Awesome.
Correct.
Of course, plenty of other games also going on Friday and Saturday throughout the week. You have the entire schedule available for you. You can see where your team is playing online. Just search on our Facebook page. Like us at KFDM Tailgate Party, and we'll let you know where your team is going to be playing and when they'll be playing. So, Coach, thank you very much for coming on the show. Best of luck against Franklin as well.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.